All right, let's dive into the incredibly complex world of video games. We're going to unpack everything, everything, from what even makes a game to how they've totally reshaped our culture and, yeah, the very real impact they can have on our mental health. This is a real deep dive into what makes this medium so powerful.
So, to get started, I want you to just think about this for a second. On the surface, a bunch of kids running around a playground and a classic video game, they seem like they're from different planets, right? But stick with me, because by the end of this first part, you'll see they actually share the same fundamental DNA. It's the key to understanding this whole thing.
So let's get right to the heart of it. Before we can even really talk about video games, we gotta break down the two concepts that make them what they are: play and games. First up is play. Now, this is a basic human impulse. It's fundamental. Just think about kids playing tag, right? They're not getting paid, there's no trophy at the end. The whole point of the activity is the activity. It's something you choose to do, you do it for fun, and it's a little escape from the real world. It's basically the opposite of work, which, we do to get something else.
Okay, so let's build on that. A game takes that free-for-all fun of play and gives it some structure. According to the early game designer David Mullick, a game is really just a playful activity that has rules and goals. And it's that structure that creates the challenge, the strategy, and that awesome sense of purpose.
And this is just the perfect example of the whole concept. Super Mario Bros. Is a video game because it's a game we play on a screen. It's got that pure, simple fun. That's the play. It has clear rules, like, jump on the bad guys, don't fall in the pits, and it has a super clear goal: go save the princess. It's simple, it's elegant, and it pretty much defines the entire medium.
Okay, so we've figured out what a video game is. But how in the world did these simple, rule-based activities just explode into this massive global cultural force? Let's take a look at how that happened.
It all started in a science lab, of all places, back in 1958. Tennis for Two was just a demo on an oscilloscope, but it became a surprise hit. Then, just a few years later at MIT, Space War wasn't just a game, it became a social hub, creating one of the very first gaming communities. Fast forward to the 80s, and the skill needed to master games helped turn the word geek from an insult into a kind of badge of honor. And today, get this, the industry is an absolute behemoth. It's economically bigger than the entire global music and sports industries combined.
Now, what's so cool about this slide is how it shows you just how complex gaming is today. We like to talk about genres, right? Shooter, RPG, whatever. But it's not that simple anymore. In gaming, genres are really defined by their core mechanics. It's all about how you play. And as you can see here, they're constantly blending and overlapping and creating totally new kinds of experiences.
And this explosion of genres and styles leads us to a really critical point. The true power of video games isn't just that they're everywhere. It's in the incredibly personal experience they give you. The story isn't just something you're watching unfold, it's something you actually live inside.
And how do you enter that world? Through an avatar. This is your digital self. It's your projection into the game's reality. It doesn't matter if it's a character that's already defined, like Mario, or one you spend hours and hours creating. That avatar becomes an extension of you. And a lot of the time, we create these idealized versions of ourselves, exploring different sides of our own identity in the safe digital space. And right here, this is the absolute crucial difference. When you read a book or watch a movie, you're a passive observer. You might feel sad for a character, but in a video game, you are an active participant. You have agency, the power to make choices, and that means you feel emotions because of your own actions.
And that brings us to this incredibly powerful quote from the source material. Just think about that for a second. That feeling of agency is totally unique to this medium. A movie can't make you feel personally proud of a choice you made or personally betrayed. A game can. That direct emotional responsibility is what makes gaming so profound.
But, and you knew there was a but coming, with this incredibly profound personal connection, there's also a darker side. When we step into these online worlds as our avatars, we're basically entering a digital playground. And just like any playground, it isn't always a safe place to be.
52%. Just look at that number. In one study of people who play games online, more than half, 52%, said that they had been the target of something called cyber victimization.
So what in the world does that term actually mean?
Well, cyber victimization is basically a big umbrella concept. It covers everything from direct cyberbullying to pretty much any other kind of harm, harassment, or negative fallout that you might experience because of your online activities in these gaming communities.
Now, when researchers looked into this, they found that who your avatar is, and specifically its perceived gender, can totally change your experience. One study actually found a direct link between the sexualization of female avatars and the chances of being cyberbullied. What's more, players who are female or gay reported way higher rates of harassment, everything from suggestive comments all the way up to threats and stalking.
And all of this leaves us with one final and, I think, crucial question. We've seen that games give us this unique power of agency, that they let us explore who we are through our avatars. But if these avatars are truly extensions of ourselves, then what's our collective responsibility to make sure the digital playgrounds we build for them and for us are actually safe for everyone to play in?